store here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
We always talk about, we always look for guys with fresh legs down the stretch of a long NFL season. Well, in Week 16, he was the AFC Player of the Week. And looks like he's going to be strong for Week 17 as well.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Buffalo 18. Go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Let's go now.
Here's Richardson to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Here's 2nd and 10. On the option left, Richardson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. They go play action with Richardson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
Let's go. 6, measure. Ready?
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. For Michael Mayer, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense, and they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Black shot. Steal, black.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mon. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Colts very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the move.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tackles going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Yellow, go. Cross red. Red, cycle.
From the gun, here's Mon. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. Mon going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Michael Mayer, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas 1st.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
They go play action here. Mon. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, Mon. And that's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone. It's a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Give to Pacheco off the option. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. The Colts at 9-6 now. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Richardson's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And Pittman going to have a Colts first down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Okay, ready?
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, first and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now it's Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
All right, let's just go and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
79 Broncos. Mustang 19. Ready,
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
25 yards that time. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air, never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Mond out of the shotgun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Mond. His throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Mond. Open man, it's Mayer in the end zone for the Raiders touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that. Because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Richardson. They're going right back to Pittman. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Still going. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 57 yards. And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Pass midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Got it. Ready?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
On the check.
Richardson looking to throw this. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Ready? Go!
A final shot before the half. Richardson dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Off the play fake, Mon. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Mons, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Come on, back. Right, right.
Mon looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
2nd and 10.
Get.
Mon now off of play action. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game.
Here we go.
You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Isaiah Pacheco with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Third down from the gun, it's Mod. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. Time. Panther 11. Panther 11. Let go.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. He's got room to roam. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They go play action with Richardson. Rolling to his left. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Richardson to the air on first down. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football, led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
Now a 3rd and 6. Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Jacoy and Bennett has it. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. On first down, here's Mon. He finds Mayer here. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Michael Mayer with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Deshaun Hand in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down and 3. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Bond going to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Mond. They're going for it. He lets it go deep for Mayer. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackle and held it to an okay gain.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Gay's kick is good. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got room. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jacobs going to try the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try to push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Red, yellow.
They'll drop to throw. Open man, it's Mayer in the end zone for the Raiders touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Raiders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. Mon throwing for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the 4th quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here now, 3rd down.
Cut 19.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Well, the defense circling now. 4th down and 7.
70 Ranger. Ready.
Now Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Richardson to throw it. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Ken, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here's first down. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Ready, go.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. Oh, and this one slides to the right on Gay. He missed it. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Meanwhile, Richardson's throw will be caught by McKenzie. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. First and 10, it's Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Richardson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That will throw here to his running back. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Here we go.
On first down, Richardson. Connecting over the middle with Downs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 120 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. The Things started off exciting this one. Had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.